Okay, so Insomniac Games has been cooking. As you already know, we've got the release date revealed, which is October 20th, 2023. So buckle up. I want to talk about the actual suits they've revealed because we have a ton to go over in this video. So we're going to be starting off, as you can see on the screen right here, we have the pre-order bonuses. So you're going to get these regardless if you pre-order the game. And they look seriously incredible. Something that does stand out to me though that I want you guys to keep an eye out for is actually this right here. So with each of the suits that our characters get, which, you know, Peter gets the Arachnite suit, which is pretty much like Moon Knight and Spider-Man combined, and Miles gets his Shadow Spider suit that's been inspired by the comics, which looks incredible. But the first thing that you might notice about these two is that they've got really cool capes going on. So this is going to look incredible when we're gliding around. I'm really excited to see what that looks like. And then the other thing is that they've now started to introduce color variants for the suits. Now, my question is if we're getting these two early unlock suits, right, and they have 3 color variants, does this mean that every single suit that we do receive is going to have at least 3 different color variants that go alongside it? Because if that's the case, that is huge, because we ended up with over 40 suits for Spider-Man PS4, and then we kept getting additional DLC ones. So this would be incredible because it makes me think of a few things. And before I get to those things, I want to ask you guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy Marvel Spider-Man content or Spider-Man just in general, make sure to subscribe. I've been covering Marvel Spider-Man 2 news and gameplay and things like that, and I plan to cover the game as soon as it comes out. I do a ton of other superior things on the channel as well, so thank you. Now, does this mean that we're going to get alternate colors for the symbiote suit as well, and also all the base suits? Because color variants could be really damn cool. Something I do wish they would let us do is sort of kind of change up the colors ourselves, so as we can do, like, you know, because you can see on the first variant here for Miles, well, I'll zoom in, you can see how he still kind of keeps that like reddish slash light reddish here colors, and then it kind of goes white, and the inside's also red as well, and it's like black and white out on the outside, and here it's like golden white and looks incredible, and this one's kind of like bluish tint, looks amazing. And then Arachnite as well, as you can see, it's like kind of, the bottom one's yellow and red, the middle one is blue and white, and then this one's kind of like just darker colors and looks amazing in its own right. So I'm excited to see what they do with all the other suits. So like advanced suit, we might probably have like 3 different color variants as well, which would be really cool. Something actually I'd really like to see them do, and let me know if you agree with this in the comments below. So for the advanced suit, give us like Miles colors for Peter, and then for Miles' suit, give us like Peter colors, so you can kind of like switch them around and kind of like pay homage to each other, right? I think that would be awesome to see. Like, I hope you guys agree with that too, because I genuinely think that that would be a really cool thing. But this confirms that we have color variants now, which just adds even more craziness to how many suits we have, because in total, from what we've seen, we're getting 10 original suits designed by a bunch of different artists, and then we're getting, you know, like pretty much another 8 here if you think about it. So that's like 18 different suits, because I will count recolor or color variants as different suits as well, because they change up the tone of what the original was. So they've already pretty much revealed 18 suits for us, and then all those other suits that we've seen will probably have their own colors. So let's talk about so these suits come with the digital deluxe edition. So if you don't get the digital deluxe edition, you won't get any of these. Now, I have seen some people complain about these, but personally, I'm cool with these because, I mean, first of all, if you look at these suits, right, they look awesome, and I'm glad that artists get to sort of kind of design their own suits, right? And I'm down for that. I'm always down for some love in terms of artists getting to input their own creative juices. And I'm also actually a pretty huge fan of the original suits for, you know, Insomniac Games' Marvel Spider-Man, PS4, and Miles Morales. They've had some pretty kick-ass original suits in there, but I could definitely see why some people would complain, and that is completely understandable. However, if you don't do the deluxe edition, you don't have to use these, and it could be good in a way, because we're not getting digital deluxe edition for actual comic suits, we're getting the original ones. So you can expect alongside all of these suits to have a ton of different color variants as well. But I'm going to start off with my two favorite suits, and then we're going to dive into the rest. So my favorite suits, as you can tell, is the Apocalyptic suit, most likely, for Peter. And then either the Red Spectre suit or the Tokusatsu suit for Miles. These two suits are just, for Miles, are just peak. And I guess the Arancia suit as well for Peter. So those are my two favorites for each of them. Now we'll start with the Apocalyptic suit. I really like that, especially after we got the GOAT Hobie Brown, aka Spider-Punk, in Across the Spider-Verse. He was just a highlight of that movie for me, so it's great to see this. My other question would be, right, and let me know what you guys think in the comments as well with this, but do you think because of the way the hairstyles are here, like for, you know, Miles having like sort of dyed hair and then Peter having his hair up in like kind of, I assume he doesn't have like a bad haircut or anything, it's probably, he's just probably got it in a bun because it's like kind of popping up at the top. Do you think that they'll keep these hairstyles when they take their masks off? Because that would be next level, and I'm sure that Insomniac would pay attention to detail like that, because if Miles has this hairstyle and like all the colored tips of his hair and Peter has like the sort of punk hair, like when they take their masks off, that would be peak. Seriously, that would be insane attention to detail, and I'm excited to see if that's the case. And then we're probably gonna have like 3 different recolors of all of these suits as well, which would be fire. Now on the Apocalyptic suit, you can actually see the logo under there, and I think that's awesome. And for the Red Spectre suit, it just looks really nice on its own, right? So now we'll talk about the tactical suit. The tactical suit, I might say, might be one of the weakest here, maybe. I don't know, I'm not too big of a fan of this one. I don't know what it is. It might just, I don't know, man. I'm just not vibing with it. But the Arancia suit's actually pretty cool. It does also have a lot going on, but I mean, that's fine. It kind of reminds me of the Superior Spider-Man in a way, right? Like I can definitely kind of see some inspiration from that, but I do really like the armored look. I'm sure these will look amazing in a game, because from what you see here, these are actual concept arts. I'm sure we're going to have a lot more like little snippets and reveals up until the actual release date, because here's the thing, now we're getting the hype train going. We've got the release date ready. Like Insomniac's confident October 20th is going to be when they reveal it, so we're more than likely good for that. Now the 25th Century suit's actually really cool, because you could see the tiny spider there, and it had like these colors and shapes kind of turn into spider, which looks really cool. And I'm always a fan of like really futuristic suits. 25th Century suit looks insane, man. That looks cool. Stone Monkey on its own actually looks really interesting. I'm always a fan of like when you go left field in terms of designs, you get really super creative with it, so it's not just like another armored suit. Like it's kind of got a lot of cloth going on and different sort of like pieces. I think that's really cool. And of course the Apocalyptic, it just rocks, right? Like that lookout for the hair up at the top looks awesome. I love the lenses and the eyes. I might borrow some of these details from my own suit actually, because I really dig these lenses. I'm in love with these, so I'll probably get my boy Tango to just straight up plop these onto my boy. And then the Tokusatsu suit from Miles is peak. I think it's really cool. This is inspired by Power Rangers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it genuinely looks really cool, and I mean, you can bet your ass these will look amazing at nighttime cutscenes, because like all the other suits that we've had that were able to glow at night, especially with ray tracing and crazy lighting, are going to look insane. So I'm probably going to make a bajillion videos with all of these different variations of the suits. The encoded suit will also probably look insane, because you can see all these little details here. It's almost like he's kind of trapped in this suit. It looks like it's made to contain a Spider-Man, which looks kind of crazy, right? Like it's kind of growing on me, the encoded suit, I'm not gonna lie. Biomechanical suit reminds me a lot of the sort of underground suit for Miles, or yeah, like the underground suit that he builds, like the advanced track suit, I'm pretty sure is what it was called, or something like that. It reminds me a lot of that, but I do think it does look cool in its own right. It kind of looks like the helmet for some weird reason, looks a bit AI generated, but I'm sure it's not. Red Spectre suit is just fire. Like especially recently, the really like clothy suits have started to grow on me a lot. So pairing, dude, I mean, come on, bro. Like if I do multiple playthroughs, which I freaking will, especially with these amazing costumes, I'm still pairing up the Red Spectre suit and the Apocalyptic suit. They have to go together. And then Biomechanical and the Arancia suit for sure, and Coded and 25th Century would go together really well. And then maybe the Tokusatsu suit Maybe the Tokusatsu suit in the 25th century or something like that would go well together. But maybe Tokusatsu and the Aranchu suit and then the Agimat suit and tactical suit might work together a bit. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But these are incredible. I mean, come on. All of these suits genuinely look awesome. Especially, I'm really excited to see the caped suits because they know they had to go out. Because if you don't know, in Miles Morales, like when that game came out, we had a caped suit as well. They had like a cape and stuff. And they had the actual physics down. So that's why we were able to kind of rig it ourselves and, you know, be able to use it for different suits. But I feel like that was just a little test to see what they were going to do in the future, because I think they got a bit ambitious and they're like, you know what, let's hold off. But now we're going to get to see the full-on like physics go crazy and look incredible in cutscenes, incredible in gameplay, and the fact that we've got all these suits, it's just going to be incredible, man. It genuinely is, and I'm really excited to see what they go or where they go with this. Let me know your favorite suits in the comments below from YouTube channel. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. And I seriously love you all. Check out the video on the screen. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.